covers and summoned a smile. He expected her to be pleased by this rare act of kindness. So she beamed, wanting him to believe she was docile and weak, even as her mind buzzed with images of crushing in his skull. The bold magazine headlines skittered across her brain, barely registering. Summer beach reads, hot makeup colors, short shorts, a glimpse into fall fashion. If anything, the magazines told her spring had given way to summer. "What day is it?" she asked. He set the 2 plastic grocery bags beside the sink. "It's Friday, or maybe Saturday. No more than 2 weeks until the baby is born." The last time she'd seen the date displayed had been June 1st, weeks after he'd locked her in this room. The paper had contained an article about her. In that piece, she'd read the quote from her mother. "We don't think she's a runaway." Think. Even her mother doubted that she'd been taken. He'd left the paper with her, knowing it would fuel her doubts and fears that the search for her was dwindling. After that article, she'd known there would be no savior. No one was coming. If she was going to be rescued, she would have to save herself. "And then you'll let me go, right?" she asked. "I told you I would." He carefully unpacked apples, bananas, bread, and packets of noodles. There were also eggs, milk, and cheese. Everything for a healthy baby. And if she wanted to heat up her food or cook the eggs, there was only the microwave. No metal or glass, just paper plates and cups. No pens or pencils. Nothing dangerous. "Too much at stake now. Can't have you doing something careless," he said. But she had already done the stupidest thing in her life. She'd believed his beautiful eyes that had promised rescue from a nasty breakup and parents who did not want her or her baby. He'd baited this unholy trap with smiles and sweet words, and she'd stepped right into it. Now she and her baby would pay a steep price if she didn't make the first swing count. "I also brought you more clothes," he said. "Your belly is getting so big, girl. You're straining at the edges of that extra-large t-shirt." She mirrored his smile, hoping it would lower his guard just a little. "Baby's going to be a big one." "Healthy and strong just like the Lord intended. You'll thank me when it's born." Thank him? For locking her in this room? "I haven't always been grateful for what you've done for me. But each time my baby kicks, I say a prayer of thanks," she lied. "That's good. Real good. Feisty is a good quality in a child." Looking satisfied, he turned and opened the tiny refrigerator and began placing perishables inside. First, the milk. She drew in a breath and gripped the pipe even tighter, picturing it striking the back of his head. As he rummaged in the refrigerator to make room for the eggs and cheese, she took a step forward. He chatted about her needing to eat more, and she raised the pipe over her head, not making a sound as she lunged, focused solely on connecting metal to bone. She had one chance and couldn't bear to think what would happen if she failed. Right before the pipe slammed down, he glanced up, and his smile vanished. Quick as a cat, he twisted to the right and raised his arm, and the pipe connected with his forearm. He grunted in pain and snarled, "Bitch!" Driven by pure panic now, she tried to raise the pipe again, but before she could, his left fist connected with her jaw, sending shock waves of pain through her head. She staggered, dropped to her knees. Her grip slackened upon the pipe, and it fell to the floor with a loud clang. It slowly rolled out of reach as her vision blurred. His breathing was hot and quick as he picked up the pipe and, grabbing her by the hair, hauled her up to her feet. She could feel her hair tearing away from her skull as the pain in her jaw throbbed. She tasted blood, and her tongue skimmed over a broken tooth. She instinctively guarded her abdomen. He raised the pipe, ready to strike. "I always thought you were just too kind and sweet, but you weren't nice at all. You were angling to get me to drop my guard. But I've been around this particular block before. I know how women like you lie." "I'm sorry, I won't do it again," she screamed. He pulled her bloodied face next to his. "If it were up to me, I'd beat the living piss out of you. I'd punch every tooth down your throat." He shoved her onto the metal cot like a